Hello, students. The today's topic is Vipreet Rajyoga. So, in Vedic Jyotish, there is a group of yoga. This is not simply a one-line yoga or one statement yoga. It is a group of yogas uh, which are known as Vipreet Rajyoga because these yogas manifest during the adverse and tense conditions of a native. You see in day-to-day life that when a non-person to you starts suffering on account of various calamities and adverse situation, and at the end that person gets success. So this type of situations, when viewed through jyotish, through Vedic jyotish, come under Vipreet Rajyoga. So as you know, the houses or bhavas in a horoscope, in a Vedic horoscope, they are categorized into two broad categories. One is Shubha and other is Ashubha Bhava. There are only three Bhavas or houses. They are 6, 8 and 12. And the rest of them are good Bhavas. So take them or both of them as a two families. Take them. One is good family and another is bad family. But one thing is common between these two families, that they are good for their families. The people living in those families, those respective families, are good for their families. Bad family, the member of bad family are good for their family, and members of other are good for their families. So this common sense is applied here too. This is very basic funda, very basic funda. Because when we say Vedic Jyotish, it is based either on common sense or on Vedic knowledge. So now the topic is Vipreet Rajyoga. So take the bad family, evil houses, 6, 8 and 12. Only take them. So when the lords of either of these houses, the lord of either of these houses situates in any adverse or malefic bhav, like 8th lord is in 8th house or 12th house or 6th house, or the 6th lord is in 6th house, 8th house or 12th house, and in the similar fashion 12th lord is in 12th house, 6th house or 8th house. The Vipreet Rajyoga results, provided the house forming any Vipreet Raj Yoga comes under the aspect of a natural malefic planet like Saturn, Mars, or Sun. So, if you see, let us start with Vipreet Rajyoga, the definition of Vipreet Rajyoga. Not the technical, the definition of Vipreet Rajyoga, which I have already said that there are a group of Rajyogas. So there are four kinds of Vipreet Rajyoga. So the three kinds have been discussed in Phaladipika. And the fourth one has been discussed in Uttara Kalamrit. Okay. When sixth lord is placed in sixth house, eighth house, and 12th house, or provided sixth house comes under the aspect of a natural malefic planet, then the resultant yoga will be the Harsh Yoga. So when you find Harsh Yoga in any horoscope, you will say that person has no enemies. He defeats his most powerful enemy. He has a number of friends. He is famous. So this Harsh Yoga, it gives him happiness, as the name of this yoga, that is Harsh Yoga, implies. Harsh means the happiness. So this is a very powerful yoga. This is very powerful yoga. So whenever you find this yoga in any horoscope, then that person will be very strong. So that person overpowers his enemies and never commits sinful acts. He is blessed with wealth, fame, and friends. This is what you see in a person having Harsh Yoga in his horoscope. When in any horoscope, the Lord of Eight occupies any one of the sixth, eighth, or 12th houses or bhavas, then this kind of Vipreet Rajyoga is Saral Yoga, provided the eighth house comes under the aspect of a natural malefic planet. In general, this Saral Yoga makes one respected, learned, wealthy. He will be successful in all his enterprises, overcome his enemies, and widely celebrated. When in any horoscope, the Lord of 12th house occupies any one of the 12th, 8th, or 6th houses or bhavas, then this resulting Vipreet Rajyoga in terms of and Rajyoga, it is termed as Vimal Yoga, provided that the sixth house comes under the influence of at least one. Just excuse me, the 12th house comes under the influence of at least one of the natural malefic planet, or by its occupancy also, or by its occupancy also. Same result will apply to the remaining two houses, 6 and 8. There too, malefic may also occupy these houses to result in Vipreet Rajyoga. So, when you have or any person born in Vimla Yoga, then that person spends less than his earnings and savings. His actions are identical with the thinking of others. He lives in comfort and is of independent nature and pursues a respectable occupation. He is well known for his merits. So that is why these three yogas, they are from Phaladipika and they are very effective yoga. They are very effective yogas, no doubt. There is also four kind of Vipreet Raj Yoga. That is, as I have already told you, that it is described in Uttarakamrit. This yoga, this kind of Vipreet yoga is known as Rajadhirajeshwar yoga. So in this yoga, the sixth lord, or let us start with the eighth. The eighth is the lord of eighth is either in sixth or 12th. The lord of sixth is in the eighth or 12th, and the lord of 12th house is in sixth or eighth house. Then this powerful Vipreet Rajyoga, known as Raja Dhirajeshwar Yoga, results, provided the planet forming this yoga should not come under the influence of any other planets except the planet forming this Vipreet Yoga. This is from Uttarakamrit chapter 4, Adhyay Grah Bhav Phal Khanda. So this definition is somewhat complicated to understand, but a careful understanding of it indicates that this can be defined in two ways. This can be defined in two ways. So, what are two ways? Just listen carefully. Lord of eighth house in sixth house, Lord of sixth house in 12th house, and the Lord of 12th house in sixth house. Then this is the first definition of Rajadhirajeshwar Vipreet Raj Yoga. The second becomes Lord of 8th house is in 12th house, Lord of 12th house is in 6th house, and Lord of 6th house is in 8th house. Then also this Rajadhirajeshwar Vipreet Raja Yoga results. These essential conditions of Rajadhirajeshwar Vipreet Raja Yoga to manifest are given as not a single planet except the sixth, eighth, and 12th lords should occupy any of the eighth, sixth, or 12th houses and aspect any one of these houses. Only then Rajadhirajeshwar Vipreet Rajyoga will be formed. The second condition is this Rajadhirajeshwar Vipreet Raj Yoga cannot be formed by the presence of the Lord of sixth in sixth house, Lord of eighth in the eighth house, and the Lord of 12th is in 12th house. For the perfect manifestation of this Rajadhirajeshwar Vipreet Raj Yoga, you will find either Lord of sixth and that of eighth in mutual seventh aspect, or Lord of 12th and the Lord of 8 in mutual seventh aspect. The limitation of Rajadhirajeshwar Vipreet Raj Yoga are as the first limitation is only the Kundali of Virgo ascendant. Rajadhirajeshwar Yoga, described in Uttarakamrit, appears to contain all the three Vipreet Raj Yoga described in Phaladipika. You will draw a Kundali of Kanya Lagna or Virgo ascendant and try to put the planets in the pattern of Vipreet Raju. This no, that is Rajadhi Rajeshwar Raj Yoga. You will find कि three yoga the four yoga will be present in that horoscope. You will find Harsh Yoga. You will also find Saral Yoga. You will find Vimal Yoga, and you will also find the Rajadhi Rajeshwar Vipreet Raj Yoga. This only holds in Virgo ascendant. Since the difference between Sun and Mercury never exceeds about 24 degrees. So this Rajadhi Rajeshwar Vipreet Raj Yoga cannot be formed in the Rashi chart of Capricorn ascendant or Makar Lagna. The difference between Sun and Venus never exceeds about 48 degrees. So this Rajadhi Rajeshwar Vipreet Raj Yoga cannot be formed in the Rashi chart or Rashi Kundali of the Pisces ascendant or the Meen Lagna. So this is what the limitations, you can say, of the Vipreet Raj Yogas. So these four kinds of Vipreet Raj Yoga should also be judged in the divisional charts, such as Navamansh, Dashmansh, and any other D60, Shashtansh, and Akshvedansh or D45. So, besides the astrological definition about this yoga given in Vedic jyotish or particularly in Phaladipika, there are other factors too making this yoga practically defunct. And in such conditions, all rhythm of this yoga, such as tough atmosphere, failure, and insults, fully manifest, so the person cannot get success. Thus, in person does not get success easily. Thus, in this yoga, the position of moon plays an important and vital role. This is according to my understanding. Though in classical definition, there is no mention about the position of moon in these yogas. So, when the hurdles come, understand in a general way. When hurdles comes, the person with strong mind or sattvic man, they will withstand all the hurdles. So the Vipreet Raj Yoga present in the horoscope of a person of sattvic nature will manifest. The Vipreet Raj Yoga present in the horoscope of a person of tamasic nature will not manifest, because when hurdles will come, when the calamities will come, he will deviate. He will not able to concentrate. So the Vipreet Raj Yoga, even though it is present in the horoscope of a person of tamasic nature, it will not manifest. But those person which are of Rajasic mana, the Rajasic nature are two parts. Rajasic nature with the Sattvic guna and Rajasic nature with the Tamasic guna. So the Rajasic nature of Tamasic guna person will not uh, get the result of the uh, this Vipreet Rajyoga because of the mental imbalance. But in Kali Yuga, you will not find any person which is totally sattvic. So the Rasic nature person with most sattvic qualities will be treated as the sattvic person, and he will get the result of the Vipreet Rajyoga without deviating or without fear, any fear. So there are several conditions, at least three, in which the Vipreet Rajyoga present in horoscope becomes operative. The first condition is people with manobal or strong mental strength can enjoy the Vipreet Rajyoga present in horoscope. This is first condition. This is according to my understanding. I am repeatedly saying this. People having strong mind under benefic influence of Jupiter, Mercury, or Venus, and a strong lord of ascendant can enjoy the Vipreet Rajyoga present in their horoscope. The planet incapable to form Vipreet Rajyoga in Rashi chart will become capable to form Vipreet Rajyoga in Chalit Chakra. So this is very important to understand that even if this Vipreet Rajyoga, any kind of Vipreet Rajyoga is not present in Rashi chart, but in Chalit Chakra, it is present. So check whether Chalit Chakra is powerful. When you find that Chalit Chakra is powerful, then this Vipreet Rajyoga will occur. So I am again telling you some conditions according to my, you can say according to my understanding, that the Vipreet Rajyoga will become defunct. So people having depression, doubts, ill will, and those fulfilling their self-interest by telling lies about themselves cannot enjoy Vipreet Rajyoga even it is present in their horoscopes. People having weak afflicted moon under the influence of Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, or Lagna, or and Lord of Lagna weak cannot enjoy Vipreet Rajyoga present in their horoscope. The planets forming Vipreet Rajyoga in Rashi chart will become incapable to form Vipreet Rajyoga if there is a shifting of this planet in Chalit Chakra from one house to another bhava. So there are several other conditions that show there will be no Vipreet Rajyoga as given in Phaladipika. So this is very important to know. So the first condition is when the Lord of sixth house in eighth house and that of eighth house in sixth house. When the Lord of sixth house in 12th house and that of the 12th house in sixth house. The third is when Lord of eighth house is in 12th house and that of 12th is in eighth house. If you apply your common sense, then it is applied that in all the three conditions which I have just described, then anyone can say that there are conditions of powerful Vipreet Rajyoga. Some experts also consider these as Vipreet powerful Rajyoga, but in actual practice, it is not so. These conditions, or even one of them, if found in any horoscope, results in the cancellation of Vipreet Rajyoga. This is very much important to understand. This will be the cancellation of Rajyoga. These are the most malefic conditions, and their results are more or less similar to that of a malefic Kemdun Yoga. Why? In other words, if any horoscope, the cancellation of Vipreet Rajyoga occurs, then this situation is known as Danya Yoga. They are the Danya Yoga. In classical Vedic jyotish, the Danya Yoga is defined as the person having this yoga in his horoscope is stupid, always criticizes others, does sinful acts, always hurts the feeling of others by his speech, and his mind is unstable, whatever he does, it is full of hurdles. In my long experience of more than three complete decades in the field of Vedic Jyotish, I have found that these Jnani yogas also work if they are present in the Chaturtansh, Navamansh, Dashmansh, and Bhansha chart, in addition to Rashi chart or Tarichakra. If at least one of these yoga, Jnani yoga, is present in Chaturtansh chart, then the native takes undue risks and suffer losses. If such Danya Yoga is present in Dashman's chart, then the native always criticizes his seniors, employers, disobey them, and he never fulfills his duties at professional level. He suffers from the setbacks in career. If such Danya Yoga is present in Bhansh chart or D27 chart or Saptavinshan chart of a native, then he never mixes up in society. He always criticizes others and he becomes insignificant in the eyes of the others. So, this is what the this yoga works. This is all about Vipreet Rajyoga from my side. Now, I am closing this lecture, and in the next lecture, I will come with different subject. So stay blessed.